This year's most anticipated movie, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, released on the 21st of July. From the trailer, we got to know that the number of star cast of this movie is quite huge. Among the big stars present in this movie are Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon and Robert Downey Jr. But guess what? They are not the only big stars in the movie. Nolan kept some massive surprises for the theater audience. I'll talk about 4 such actors, and guess what? 3 of them are Oscar winners and the other one is also a lead character of a successful TV series. So the main thing is 3 Oscar winners appeared in this movie, but Nolan didn't even care to include them in any promotional content. That is why a Nolan's film is only a Nolan film and it doesn't need any more promotion other than that. He is the main lead of his movies. Now this video doesn't contain any spoiler in terms of the storyline of Oppenheimer. I'm just gonna reveal the big names and the characters they have played. So the first one is Jack Quaid. Nobody knew before actually watching the movie that he was in Oppenheimer. If you have watched the famous TV series called The Boys, you definitely know Jack Quaid. Jack plays a lead character in this Emmy-nominated series. I personally love his character a lot there.
God forbid I help you because I always have to be the weak one. The one you have to rescue. You always have to be the strong one. You always have to be so much stronger than me.
The Boys has released 3 seasons and that is a very successful TV series and has a huge fan following. So when people saw Jack in Nolan's Oppenheimer, it was a feeling of joy and surprise at the same time. Jack plays the character of Richard Feynman in Oppenheimer, who is a theoretical physicist. The second one is Rami Malek, who is also a brilliant actor. If you are a huge Mr. Robot fan, then you definitely know Rami Malek. His character Elliot Anderson is one of my most favorite fictional characters of all time.
Pardon me?
You're using Tor networking to keep the servers anonymous. You made it really hard for anyone to see it. But I saw it.
Later, he won an Oscar for playing the legendary Freddie Mercury of the iconic band Queen. He also did a Bond movie as the main villain. It was quite a shocking thing to see him suddenly appearing in this movie. He plays the character called David Hill. The third one is Casey Affleck. He's such a genius and talented actor and one of my most favorite actors of all time. I absolutely love his fantastic movies like Gone Baby Gone, A Ghost Story, and Manchester by the Sea. He's an absolute genius whenever he appears on the screen. His remarkable performance in Manchester by the Sea won him an Oscar.
Really sorry, I don't think so. Thank you for saying everything that you said.
You can't just die.
I want you to be happy.
I still believe his performance in this movie is one of the greatest performances in the history of movies. It was a moment of surprise to find an actor of his caliber coming on the screen of Oppenheimer out of nowhere. Casey Affleck plays the character of Boris Pash, who was a United States Army military intelligence officer. The fourth and final one is the legendary Gary Oldman. We all know Gary Oldman for a long time. He played so many important roles in so many extraordinary movies. He was Sirius Black in the Harry Potter franchise. We all loved his performance as Sirius Black. He played the main villain in Leon, the Professional. His character in this movie is considered one of the greatest villains of all time. He was our Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy. He was the guy who put on a coat on little Bruce Wayne and made him realize the world has not ended yet.
Shouldn't the people know the hero who saved them?
A hero can be anyone, even a man doing something as simple and reassuring as putting a coat around a young boy's shoulders to let him know the world hadn't ended.
He finally won the Oscar for his unbelievable performance in Darkest Hour, where he plays the role of Winston Churchill, the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. In Oppenheimer, he plays the role of Harry S. Truman, who was the 33rd President of the United States. Truman was the person who authorized the first and only use of nuclear weapons in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. Gary Oldman was present on the screen for a very short time, but he did his magic in this very short moment. Nolan's Oppenheimer is a pure work of brilliance. Every single category of filmmaking reached the highest level possible. The script was phenomenal, the background score, editing, cinematography, every single thing was magnificent, and the actors took the movie to the next level with their mind-blowing performances. It was a huge pleasure to watch those brilliant actors work together. Which of these performances affected you the most except Cillian Murphy's? Let me know in the comment. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot in growing. Until next time, tada!